I'm joined now by avid cyclist and business owner Joe McNamara, who's created an initiative, Summer Solstice. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right, so on June 20th, you're going to be embarking on a ride across SDNG. So why don't you tell me where the idea came from and exactly what you'll be doing on that day?
I've always heard about a ride they used to have in Toronto where they would, on the summer solstice, they would ride on Yonge Street to see how far on Yonge Street they could get, which is the longest street in the world. And so I've always been intrigued by that idea. And with COVID-19 and all of the we can't ride as a group, I thought all the solo riding I've been doing would be a great chance to take the summer solstice and turn that into an event to raise money for the Cornwall food banks.
Excellent. And now, obviously, cycling is a passion for you. Maybe it's both a hobby and a business for you. So maybe talk about where that passion comes from.
I've been cycling for a long time since I was a young teen, and I'm also a graphic designer. And I decided I would put the two efforts together and create bike-related art under the name of Bike Centric.
Excellent. All right. So obviously, there's a fundraising component to this. So why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, I partnered with the Rotary Club of Cornwall, the Sunrise Rotary Club of Cornwall, and that idea came from fellow Cycle Club member Corey Regenton, who you had on the show, and he also raised money for the food bank. So when I saw that what he was doing, I thought I've never done anything like this before, but this would be a great opportunity to raise money with the Rotary Club. So I approached them; they were very keen on it. So that's the side of my efforts raising money. There's also another side where any cyclist can take part and they register and ride their longest ride. It doesn't have to be a sun up to sundown ride. It could be just a ride, a 10-kilometer ride, a 20-kilometer ride. It's up to them, whatever they feel safe. And from their entry fee, they'll get a patch, an embroidered patch, a sticker, a certificate, and $10 from the registration fee will go to buying grocery cards for the local community.
That's excellent. So how can people donate to you or sign up to do their own Solstice challenge?
You can go to my Facebook page, which is facebook.com Bike Centric, and the information is there. There's an event there with the link to the donation page. You can also go to www.bike-centric.com and search Summer Solstice, and you'll be brought to the page with all the information of how to register or how to donate to me.
All right. So as you alluded to, you're doing a sunrise to sun up a ride across SDNG. I believe it's something like 250 kilometers. So talk to me about that and how you're preparing for something like that.
First was to map out the route, and I wanted one that would almost hit all the boundaries of SDNG, and the route does skirt all the boundaries, which when you see the route, it looks just like a map of SDG, the boundaries. And that the route might be a bit longer. Actually, it might come in around 280. Um, Hopefully, we'll have prevailing winds, which are westerly. So I'll be heading east down Highway 2 first, north at Curry Hill Road, um, west when I hit the top of that'd be North Glengarry, I think, yes, and then all the way over to North Dundas and then south into Iroquois. Once I hit Iroquois, it's Highway 2 and then the recreational, the waterfront trail all the way back to Cornwall. And I'm going to start in front of the clock tower at about 5:30 in the morning. My preparations so far, I've been doing building up my rides, my long rides on the weekend. I've been testing my nutrition because eating and drinking are going to be important so you don't run out of calories or dehydrate. So far I have a strict schedule of drinking every 15 minutes, eating every 15 minutes, keeping the calories up. I'll also be met in Moose Creek by my support crew, which are my daughters, and they will give me a full meal. I'll have a rest there, just sit on a lawn chair, just take a break, and then I'll be back underway. So I want to hit Moose Creek around, I would say if I leave at 5:30, I want to hit Moose Creek around 11:30.
Wow. All right. And just finally, so if people do want to participate in their own solo challenge, as you mentioned, doesn't have to be 250 or 280
It doesn't.
kilometers. Could be 5, 10, or whatever. Most people probably participating would be biking enthusiasts. But what's your advice to for them to prepare if somebody decides to do a 10K or whatnot?
Don't go into it blindly. Make sure that you have everything that you need. I'm making sure that I'm carrying enough water so I don't have to stop somewhere to pick up water. That means I'm carrying 4 really large bottles on my bike. So if you're going to go out for a long ride, make sure you have enough water. Make sure you have enough if you need food. Generally, if you're riding more than an hour, you should be eating something on the bike, just because you don't want to get what cyclists call a bonk, or you don't want to hit the wall. And that's when you start to fail on the bike, get really tired, you get grumpy. Even if it's a Snickers bar, something to keep those calories up, keep the carbohydrates burning. Make sure you have something like that. Plan your route. There's a lot of websites out there where you can plan a route, and it'll show you how many kilometers it is. And that way you're not going to, it takes some of the guesswork out, and you just have to ride your bike and have fun.
Excellent. On that note, Joe, thank you so much for joining me and talking about this great initiative, and best of luck on your ride on June 20th.
Thank you. Thank you for your interest.